Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at strange and creepy TikToks that will make you question reality. And yeah, I got my blue lights on today, trying to keep my vision.
Something fishy going around the world, especially here in Chicago, and I'm finna get down to the bottom of it. Now, I've been seeing a whole lot of videos going around talking about Venezuelans is taking over Chicago. They taking over this building that's on 61st and King Drive. So I'm gonna walk over there real quick and see what's the word, because I think it's kept. And I think that they're trying to start a war between our people and their people. I don't want to say the races because I don't want this video to get taken down. Shout out to Sun though. But I haven't seen actual video proof of nobody on that block. Don't get me wrong. I did see that shit that happened in Aurora, Colorado. That was one incident where some people had and they took over, I won't say they took over the whole apartment complex, but apparently they robbed somebody, they did what they did. But I don't believe that's happening all around the country. And the reason why I say that, because it's a whole lot of Chicago police reports saying that, 32 people. First of all, how y'all know it was exactly 32 people in the building? Exactly 32? It seemed like some conspiracy type shit, G. And I feel like it's to get, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm over here at my block right now, I'm finna show y'all. It ain't no way the Oblockians or the 6030s is gonna let that shit slide, bro. So my theory is that they want to bring martial law, or they want to be able to police these neighborhoods. And the only way that they'll be able to enforce that is if the people sit there and vote and be like, oh, it's too violent out here, it's war, it's this, and that. And they create an illusion that it's war. And that's why I said, like, they trying to manipulate people by being all in their emotions, bro. If they can manipulate you by your emotions, especially by being black, then they can get you to do anything. That's how all these politicians be doing. Now, if y'all not from Chicago, y'all don't know how 63rd look. Look at all these people on the block. Look at all these melanated people on the block. How you doing, miss? Doing pretty good. You mean to tell me them niggas came over here, straps, stand the third, Taurus, G? Nah, that shit ain't happening, bro. That shit major count. Hey, y'all live over here. I'm actually doing a little fake small interview about the building on 61st. Y'all ain't seen none of that shit, did y'all? I'm not recording y'all. Okay, cool. But y'all, nobody saw nothing besides the police reports, right? You don't know nothing about nothing? Okay, yeah, so apparently yesterday, 32 Venezuelans took over the building on 61st Street, and I just don't believe that's possible. The way they took over an apartment complex. You really think they did? With all the people out here, you think that happened? Okay, well, I thank you for your feedback. Thank you. See, I'm just asking people who actually live on the block or two, and they think it happened. So we finna see if I'm wrong, we finna see if I'm right, we finna see if I did chill out on the smoking.
So do y'all think he's wrong or right? Y'all think these Venezuelans took over a whole apartment building? They say apartment complex. You know how big a complex is? Took over a whole apartment building in Chicago.
But hey, I gotta be in the field to really know this shit, so let's see. I don't know, man. This motherfuckers out here, shit. And if they can get people to go to war, I'll vote for some shit that didn't happen, like they do every other war, like they do every other situation. They can manipulate y'all, then guess what? They can make y'all vote. They can make y'all have them people coming here, and now it's police walking around. We got curfews and shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, y'all. I think it's this building right here. I think that's the building. I'm finna interview some people over here and see what the fuck happened. Get they part of the story type shit. So yeah, I'm over here talking to a couple of people that's over here on 61st. They definitely verified that shit did not happen. It's
It's just media trying to start a war between Venezuelans and blacks.
See?
That's all, but these Venezuelans, they trying to survive just like we are.
Same shit, bro. I agree, man. And I appreciate what y'all doing out here for real.
For sure, thanks, bro.
So it wasn't a whole apartment complex. Imagine 3 people robbing one person. That's all that happened. So now what I think is happening is that the media is using this as an opportunity to manipulate people. One real thing happened, so now people in Dallas are saying it's happening to an apartment complex in Dallas. I lived in DFW too, but it's all reports. It's all reports. Like it was 5 Chicago. I think it was like 15 different reports from Chicago police officers saying 32 Venezuelans in the building on 64 King Drive, but there's no reports of actual people or no witnesses actually seeing this shit. I'm like, there ain't no way none of y'all niggas let this shit happen on this block.
What they was talking about, bro, say that it was a big ass party.
It was a party, man. They threw a party.
They had a party.
And it wasn't just it was mostly Venezuela, but the guys was in there too, because they fuck with the guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Smoking, motherfuckers buying, because they be buying the squares off us.
Yeah.
How do I go?
And you know, it wasn't even like that though.
It's so,
but it was though. Somebody reported, see how the village. They got.
I believe it.
Just like
they out here. Why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So they put that on social media and they just took it and blew it up.
Because now they're trying to get people. They're trying to get us to fight them, and I'm trying to.
Like yesterday, I see the video about the O Block shit. They weren't even nowhere in O Block. They was by Vaughn Mirror. Then they were talking like, "Oh man, the Venezuela take it over." They got the background.
Yeah, the video they added. That's what I'm saying. And I don't even think dude was Venezuela
because he spoke English too good. And he didn't have an accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they try to push this narrative and try to get us to fight with each other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
saying? And that's exactly what I'm trying to catch.
That's why I'm out here. That's why I'm out here talking to the brothers out here like, man, don't fall for that narrative, because that narrative false though. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, man. For real.
All right. Here's what it looks like out here today. And I'm back up. And you can see I'm looking through the glass, but I'm looking at an angle, so you might think, oh, it's the glass, but it's not. And wait until you see this. I should be using a tripod.
What we looking at, y'all?
Now, if that was a reflection, there wouldn't be clouds in front of the second sun.
That's crazy.
So, if you go to the Nibiru Sunset.wordpress.com, you can see a lot more amazing videos that I've done showing that we definitely have two suns in the sky. Now let's see if we can spot that second sun in the reflection. Now that would be amazing. Oh, that's why we couldn't see it. And I think I should go get a tripod, so I'm going to end this video right now and go get my tripod while the clouds are behind, that second sun is behind those clouds. And I'll zoom in to show you. See? You see reflection from the window right now? No, you don't.
Wow.
If there was a reflection, you would see it. So there's no reflection because that second object went behind those clouds. So this is really bizarre. And I've done videos where it's I would think that this object here is in the clouds. Oh, look, the other one's coming through again. So I really got to get my tripod.
Podcast talking about, I don't know, to be honest. Here we go.
I'm going to say something right now. I only said this on the show that's coming out. I can't make this shit up. One day, I get an email. I had a Proton Mail account. Are you familiar with Proton Mail?
Oh, that's like an anonymous one for like drug dealers and shit, right?
Okay, so it's an encrypted email.
Okay, yeah. I got a little too specific. But I've heard of it over the years, yeah.
Okay. I got an email from a guy. This is 2012. He wanted to meet me at a place called Lux Bar. He said he had a job for me. Said the job was paying $52,000 for 5 days. Up front, you get the entire payment. Right?
Dang.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, okay.
Also, why the f would they pay you up front?
Listen to this. I meet up with the guy. He shows me a ID from the Pentagon.
Oh.
He tells me that he does not trust certain people that he works with, and that he needs me to keep him safe until he can testify in front of Congress.
Oh, wow.
Right? So then he says, Keith, I want you to look at this. Red flag off top, because how do you know my name? I never told you my name. Okay. He could have heard from somebody else, et cetera, et cetera. He shows me some pictures. He say, what does this look like to you? I'm like, man, it looks like a desert of some sort. You know, I see like some trucks. You feel me? He says, okay, so this is like a truck to you? Or some type of plow truck, something like that? He says, well, according to these measurements, this truck is 2 miles long. So I'm like, what? Okay. He asked me some more questions, showed me some more stuff. Another one was like looked like a a protractor or something.
A 2-mile-long truck?
That's what he said. And
Very confusing.
all right. So I feel me. He says, okay, so this is like a truck to you, or some type of plow truck, something like that. He says, well, according to these measurements, this truck is 2 miles long. So I'm like, what? Okay. He asked me some more questions, showed me some more stuff. Another one was like looked like a protractor or something.
A 2-mile-long truck?
That's what he said. And
Very confusing.
all right. So I say, okay, so what am I looking at? He says, these pictures are on the surface of the moon. He say, my job is to scrub these pictures to make them available to get released to the public. So I'm like, okay.
What? I am so confused by this, y'all. I don't know if you are as well. But first, a 2-mile long truck. What kind of road does that go on? What are the turns like? You
Man, it's not a truck. You know what I'm saying? It's not riding on streets. He said it looked like a truck to him. He's like, well, according to these measurements, that truck would be 2 miles long, meaning it's not a truck.
Then he asked me to sign an NDA. He pulled out a little folder, unfold the paper, and say, he want me to sign an NDA. I'm like, oh, okay. I always try to avoid that because to me, it's like you're agreeing to something, right? Then the guy goes on to explain to me about some race of people who live at the bottom of the ocean. They have facilities there, and when I refused this job,
Sounds like a Little Mermaid, but
until you hear these parts,
okay.
I refused the gig. He tells me someone's occupying our moon. I'm scheduled to testify as a whistleblower in front of Congress about this. Can you keep me safe until then? I had to turn the job down because as soon as I go outside, my car ransacked. My car, for about 3 weeks, my car get towed. I go to pick it up, they give it to me for free. Then, a lot of strange things was happening. You see what I'm saying? And, this guy testified in front of Congress.
And is he still alive?
Yep.
Sounds like if they were willing to do all that to you, that they would be willing to kill him too. Or something to him.
Yeah, so he has something called like a dead man script. So like if he was to die unexpectedly, some type of information would get released. So apparently that's what kept him alive throughout that process.
Oh, that's smart.
You know who Luis Elizondo is?
No.
Oh.
Who's that?
Luis Elizondo is a former CIA operative who just testified. Him and his co-workers are testifying in front of Congress about the same shit I'm just telling you about.
Really?
Are you aware that they're banning abortions because global birth rates are down to historical numbers?
So what y'all think? It's a whole race of people at the bottom of the ocean? I mean, they've been saying that these UFOs come from the ocean. They don't come from space. And outer space probably is the ocean. That's the only place that we haven't truly explored, apparently. So what y'all think? Let me know down below. Y'all think it's a whole race of beings down there?
All my life I've known lava to be orange. I've never heard of anything called a blue lava. Now we're finding blue lava in Ethiopia. So there's a volcano or something that erupted in Ethiopia and it's spewing out blue lava. So for me, it's kind of debunking that there's only orange lava that we were taught in school. Like something isn't right. This lava must be coming or spewing out from the middle world. Now, my question is the blue lava burning hotter than the orange lava? Just like how we always had this question, is blue flames hotter than the orange flames when it comes up to fire? Y'all let me know what y'all think, because where's this blue lava coming from?
That's crazy looking, ain't it? Imagine seeing that in person.
TikTok, my people far and near, national and international. I want you all to look up a video called Alien Doll. There's a company called Trimension. A company called Trimension. They are an artificial intelligence company. They are the leading AI technology pretty much in the world right now, from what I believe and researched. They are ahead of the game, decades ahead of most companies. Artificial intelligence is further ahead than a lot of us like to know and understand. We really don't know because we're not paying attention. Look up a video called Alien Doll. It's not a movie. It's not scripted. It's real. This is a humanoid bot that they've created that is speaking freely. Singularity is going to be a thing. Let me explain. Within the next 30 years, researchers and studies have shown, experts and analysts of all kind, that singularity, humans and AI technology are going to be merged as one. We're going to be working hand in hand, side by side. For a lot of you that aren't keeping up with the real world and what's really going on, it's not broadcasted because, they want to keep us behind so we don't have knowledge to move forward. However, the information is freely given to help us move forward. We just ignorantly blind ourselves to the things that are coming in the future. A lot of people think it's a joke. A lot of people laugh. A lot of people are not taking it seriously, but it is becoming a thing. So pay attention. Look up Alien Doll on TikTok. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a real thing. Artificial intelligence is a real thing. And if you think they have not already created a humanoid bot, you are highly mistaken. This is a real thing. Everybody have a great day. Be blessed. And remember, we're only strong as our weakest link inside ourselves, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We could be the cause of our own demise, or we could be the reason we rise. To God be the glory. Douche, GPT 360, Gorilla Powertrain. I'm out.
Do y'all remember?
Not gonna lie, bro sound like a coach, don't he? Sound like a football coach.
Remember when that RV exploded on Christmas Day in downtown Nashville in 2020? If you don't, let's talk about it. This was Anthony Quinn Warner. And on December 25th, 2020, around 1 a.m., he would park an RV in front of an AT&T building, that's important, in downtown Nashville. Now, he was caught on surveillance in the RV, arriving at 1:22 on Christmas Day. Now, at around 4:30, residents woke up after hearing several rapid bursts of weapon fire. And at around 5:30, another round of weapon fire was heard, and that is when police responded to the weapon fire call, as well as seeing the suspicious RV parked. And at 5:38 a.m., a recording started playing from the RV, announcing that the vehicle was going to explode and everyone should evacuate.
Keep watching the videos. Evacuate now. Stay clear, vehicle. Stay clear, vehicle. Do not approach this vehicle.
Well, in the meantime, I found out that building that it's next to is a building that houses all the hard lines for phones throughout the southeast.
Makes sense. It's about to be a bomb.
All right, y'all notice that? Even the officers that are there trying to evacuate everyone point out that the RV was parked in front of the building that provided cell coverage for AT&T all across the South. Now, at 6 a.m. on the dot, a 15-minute countdown began, warning everyone to evacuate. And in between the warnings, a song called Downtown by Petula Clark was playing over the loudspeaker in between the warnings. And as that warning got closer to an end, this happened.
Dang.
And here is an aerial view from farther away, just so y'all can see the catastrophic of it. Now, by a miracle, and because of the police's quick action to evacuate everyone, there was no people unalived besides the suspect himself. And I mean, the damage was so catastrophic that Nashville is still rebuilding to this day, 4 years later. Now, by 12:30 that day, 911 centers around the region reported outages, and not only that, there was outages across the entire South. I remember I had a lot of family and friends whose cell phones were unusable because the cell service had just been completely destroyed. Now, by 4 p.m. on December 27th, it was declared that Anthony Warner was the suspect and he had passed away in the event. Apparently, DNA had already been confirmed was his, which I don't know if it happens that fast, but that sounds really fast to me. Now, the FBI official report stated that Anthony just did this because he wanted to self unalive. There was no political motive or anything like that. He just wanted to self unalive. I don't buy that. And not only that, allegedly, a year prior, Anthony's girlfriend had warned police that he was building explosive devices. In August of 2019, she had called police and told them that he was building explosives in that RV. When they arrived, they talked with the girlfriend as well as Anthony's own lawyer, who admitted that Anthony knew how to build these things. Police saw the RV in the backyard but couldn't get to it as it was fenced off, and when no one answered the door, they just left. Apparently there was no follow-up, no nothing. And this is one that just really confuses me, y'all. And I woke up this morning thinking about this story for some reason, and I fell down a rabbit hole today because not a lot of people know about this. I mean, I remember the Christmas morning when this happened and getting the notification on my phone at around 7 a.m. But it seems to have just dissipated. It was just some crazy whack job wanting to self-unalive himself. But why would he do it that way? And why would he do it in front of the particular building he did? And not only that, he worked in IT. And allegedly, he worked as an AT&T IT guy in one instance. Now, the FBI states that no one will ever really know the motive, that the only person who knew the motive was Anthony himself. And since he's no longer here, we're never going to get answers. It's really confusing. What do y'all think?
Man, I think that's cap, man. I wonder what else happened that day. You know, cell phone service was out all over, so people can't call anybody, right? No calls are getting made. I wonder why they needed that to happen. Never know, man. You never really know with these situations.
Yeah, that's how I know the next thing coming is magnets. Because when I was a kid, my dad bricked one of his work computers with a giant magnet. And now there's magnets just in iPhone cases. I think I was 6 years old when my grandpa brought out a bunch of these, like, crazy expensive magnets. Do you realize how expensive magnets are? I collected them as a kid because my parents would let me and they would give me money to buy them. Like, yeah, I collect magnets. I love magnets so much. But he sat with me for, like, hours. And he just showed me how these really high-powered magnets work, how you can, like, create orbits and things, how you can make things float, how you can make things move psychotically fast with these magnets. And it was so fun, and I could not explain the math behind it if I tried, but if I were to get my hands on those crazy expensive industrial magnets ever, I would be unstoppable. Until the government offs me with a freaking heart attack gun. Hey, government, I can't afford the magnets. Lay off.
What is this? Winging past the sun. What an odd and unnatural path to take. If you watch my content, then you know that I am always watching stuff winging around the sun. Here's another one. At least this one's straight. However, looks pretty big. I don't know, these objects, which by the way, there's some objects in this that I just haven't made a video about yet. See if you can find them. I don't know anymore. I think something's going on.
So the sound that y'all hearing is sirens. These are sirens in the towns that I live in. I found out today that those sirens are sirens from a town that was once a sundown town. Let me tell y'all, when I first heard these sirens, I called the girl that I knew that lived in this city. I called her and was like, what is this noise that I'm hearing? And she was like, oh yeah, that was probably from the fire department. And I was like, these sounds are weird. And then my daughter was like, yeah, it sounds like The Purge. Today I get on TikTok this morning, I see a white girl. She posted that she moved somewhere that is a sundown town, and she discovered that that's what those sirens are for. I think she said that there's 3 a day, and that was to notify the black people that it was time for them to get in the house. And so today I was like, I heard it this morning, and I was like, hold on, I'm gonna start counting how many times I hear it a day, because it did sound weird, but I'm gonna start hearing it. That's the second time I heard it today, but I was out all day, so I don't know if it happened earlier, but I definitely heard it earlier this morning. And now I'm gonna start keeping track of how many times I hear the sirens in my neighborhood.
Okay. So they still just allow the sirens to happen, even though it's not a sundown town anymore. They just want to keep reminding people, just let them play still. Ain't that a little odd?
Hey, white paper will not burn with today's sunshine.
Oh, wow.
Under a magnifying glass. Tried it with toilet paper, paper towels. Just keep a heavy stream on there. Can't get any focus. It's not burning. Let's try this. Almost instantly. How about that? It will not burn white. It will not burn white paper. Other colors? Yes, no problem. Will not burn white paper.
What is in the sky? Yo, this is the second one we didn't see. The other one was a Honda Odyssey.
Is a 3,000-year-old Egyptian carving that looks just like Marge Simpson from the TV show The Simpsons proof of time travel? Oh no, but this is weird. So archaeologists in Egypt opened up a sarcophagus, and inside was a carving or a painting or an etching of something that looks just like Marge Simpson. Yeah, Marge, the mom from The Simpsons. Let me just show it to you. Okay, what does this look like to you? Because the first thing I thought of was Marge Simpson. I did, Marge Simpson. And when you look at them next to each other, you can see why the archaeologists were saying the same thing. So the archaeologists opened up this sarcophagus from 3,000 to 3,500 years ago from Egypt. And as they're looking at it, somebody said, I don't know if it was one of the archaeologists or somebody else, that's the Marge Simpson. That's the Marge Simpson. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but it sure would explain some stuff. Like, how does this TV show, this cartoon, keep predicting the future and getting it right? Well, if somebody somewhere, maybe even somebody involved in that show, was a time traveler, that would explain a lot. Or then again, maybe it is just a coincidence that Egyptians 3,000 to 3,500 years ago had a tomb with a picture that looks like Marge Simpson in it. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is some weird coincidence related to that? Or do you think it's something else entirely? Let me know in the comment section, Booshkies. Shabadoo!
Yo, I don't think it's a coincidence at all. You know? It's just weird, you know? I wonder who the writer of The Simpsons is, truly. The real writer. You know, he's probably one of those elders that know all time. They know the entire future and the past.
All right, folks, I'm going to hip you to something slick here. Go on your Play Store or wherever you get your apps and pull up the Chicago Fire and Police Band radios, you know what I mean? And listen to what's going on by the DNC convention on the police band radios. It's entertaining. At the least, it's entertaining. Tony Dose told you.
Well.
I tell you, all the space missions are fake. You don't believe me. Now you can go X, go Twitter to ask Elon Musk a few questions. First question, how high can their Starship, their best rocket, go straight up? 93 miles. That's the max. And you go ask Elon what kind of instrument is on board the Starship to measure speed in space, how it works. I asked him that question. He banned me. He removed my account.
That's crazy.
Also, you can ask Elon Musk why all the Starlink satellite dish only pointed one way, not moving around, follow the orbiting Starlink satellites. And also, you can ask him why waste the rocket fuel to land it, to recycle rocket. You can use parachute to recycle rocket, to reuse rocket. Why you waste that precious fuel to land the rocket? It's a show. And also you can ask Elon Musk, what kind of fuel Starship use? The best fuel supposed to be liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. That's why NASA Artemis use liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. Why is Elon tell Chinese people hydrogen is the worst rocket fuel, is the worst way to store energy? Ask Elon why he wants to take 1 million people to Mars. Mars is super cold, no oxygen. 1% air density. You cannot survive without spacesuit, without water and oxygen. He's a liar. He's a schemer. Anyways, all space missions are fake. You don't believe me? You just go ask him some weird questions. See if he banned you.
Oh man. R.I.P. to Joe. Man, shout out to Joe. He was really putting Wubs on game. That's the second video of his that I seen. I'm gonna have to go to his TikTok and see what else he was talking about because, like he said, man, all them space missions, it's fake. They ain't real, man. Y'all really believe that? I don't know. Some of y'all probably do. I don't. I'll let you know right now. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most strange and bizarre TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.